You no longer need to study other strategies for binary options because I will show you just one. This is the most effective and simple tactic that has received the most feedback from you. There are no other signals or copy trading methods that have received such a number of reviews. This strategy has been your favorite, and now I will show you what result you can achieve with just $300 in your balance. Alright guys, let's get started. To make it more interesting, I've connected 2 of my subscribers to my account. Let's see how they are doing today. They have no trades and no profits so far. However, by the end of my session, we will check how much each person which copying my account has earned. This is happening through the social trading tool on the Pocket Option platform. You can get my account ID from my Telegram channel and just write the ID of my account here. Of course, this is my actual ID, but you can message me on Telegram to find out my profile number so that you can also connect and copy trades. First of all, to increase our deposit today, we need to add one indicator. Of course, you all know it. It's the Bollinger Bands indicator, and it has specific settings that work best. First, we change the period to 28 and set the deviation to 2. Then click save. Usually I don't make any other changes. Next, I simply start looking for currency pairs. How do I search for trades? Look, your task is gradually switch between all the assets on Pocket Option. You should see the following picture. We have the Bollinger Bands indicator with an upper boundary and a lower boundary. If you look at these boundaries right now, you will notice that the upper boundary is going up while the lower boundary is currently going down. We can even make these boundaries thicker so that you can see them clearly. Thus, when we have a divergence, that when we open a trade, right now I'm deciding to enter a trade for a downward movement. I hope I'm not rushing it because there is a level here from which we could potentially bounce back, but I think we'll break this level, and in a minute my trade will close and profit. Why did I open the trade for a downward movement here? Look, Bollinger Bands is a great indicator that allows me to determine the moment when a strong trend begins. This moment appears precisely when our range expands. Look at the trading range here and displays between the upper and lower boundaries and how much larger that range is at this point. Accordingly, it is exactly when our upper and lower boundaries diverge that we should open trades. Naturally, we have a downward trend here, so we simply open a trade in the direction of the downward trend. I think it's all quite simple, so let's move on to the second trade. Alright guys, I'm looking for the next trade for you. I'm just switching between assets and checking where the Bollinger Bands are diverging. Here we go. It's a good example where there's a horizontal level nearby, so I want to open a trade here. Here friends, I found the next example for you. We have a divergence between the upper and the lower Bollinger Bands, so we follow my simple checklist. You look for an asset where the upper band is trending upward and the lower band is trending downward, meaning the trading range is expanding and there is some trend present. Next, we check what kind of trend we have. We see that the chart is moving along the upper boundary of this indicator, so we have an upward trend and we enter a trade. And as a third step, we switch to a higher time frame to see if there are horizontal levels that might interfere with our trade. In this case, I don't see any at all, so we simply open a trade for an upward movement and enjoy the trading action. Excellent. I have the second trade and I am increasing the best amount to $100. I see that the indicators have started to converge a bit. There is no longer any significant divergence and the lines are moving in the same direction. The lower line is following a certain trajectory while the upper line is moving at a steeper angle, but there is no longer any obvious expansion. This means that the trend is gradually starting to fade. So I am looking for the next currency pair to open a trade. Friends, we are currently at the beginning of the active phase of an upward movement. I understand this, for several reasons. We had a descending trend and now we have a horizontal level that we are currently overcoming. More precisely, we have already surpassed and broken through it. Additionally, we see a divergence between the upper and the lower boundaries. This is the most important moment when these lines just start to diverge. It indicates that the trend is just beginning to gain strength. So there is a high probability that the market will start moving with strong green candles, and we can profit from this. Let's see how it turns out. Friends, by some miracle, our second trade is closing, but overall, as you can see, the upward structure is still intact and the trading range continues to expand. The only thing that will really bother me now is if this candle also closes in red. Yeah, at this point, I probably won't risk and entering further, the upward movement. It might be better to look for another currency pair where the situation is more obvious and stable. For example, here, I think we are getting a good breakout. The trading range of the Bollinger Bands indicator is starting to expand. We are breaking above the upper boundary of this indicator, and at least I don't see any levels that could stop our upward movement. On the contrary, we have a void here, and we should now see a powerful upward movement developing here, on which we should make a profit. Wow, guys, the market just keeps going like crazy. I love it. It's bringing me profits. Unfortunately, we are currently in a very active phase of the trend and we might get a correction now. So I won't be entering a buy position here. Let's look for the next trade. Okay, I found the next interesting situation. I think we can increase the trade amount to $150, considering that our balance has grown well. And I'm currently checking for important levels and they are known, so the way down is clear for us. Therefore, I'm opening a sell position now because we have a descending trend. Wow, friends, honestly, we are really lucky with the first open trade. I opened a second trade to cover any potential losses, but it turns out that both trades are closing in profit. To be honest, the market is quite strange at this point. There are quite large wicks, at the bottom, indicating some resistance. So I will wait until the picture becomes clearer on this trading asset. Guys, the next trade, I think comments are unnecessary here. Everyone understands everything. I explained the checklist as thoroughly as possible and at the very beginning. So now we just continue trading according to the strategy and achieving results. I'm earning not only for myself. By the way, this is a real account, not a demo account as many might have thought, but I'm also earning for my subscribers. By the way, I will show their result very soon, so make sure to watch the video until the end. Well guys, we have $1,262 in the balance. I remind you that we started with only $300, and with more or less adequate risk management, we have reached this amount of increased our balance fourfold. These people who copied my trades copied them with the same balance of $300. So their profit should be the same as mine now. Let's check. Here, let's take a look at this person's statistics for today. 9 trades, 100% win rate. By the way, I didn't even notice that all our trades closed in profit today. Honestly, this doesn't happen often, but it's really great that we got lucky today. The trading profit pay attention is $962, considering that this person only has $300 in the account. Now let's look at the statistics of the second person. The second person statistics for today are absolutely the same. 100%, $962 profit. Our last maximum trade was $200. So I'm disconnecting these two people now I'll write to them that their trading session has been successfully completed. I hope the guys will be happy with the result. Therefore, if you want to automatically copy my trades, go to the Telegram channel via the link in the description and write me the keywords copy trading. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I have demonstrated to you a truly magnificent strategy that is currently showing some of the best results in the market. Apply the knowledge you've gained and practice. And thank you for watching this video. Goodbye, everyone.